Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Love Draft here, and today I'm playing the game Warframe. What I want to do today is I want to do something a little bit different. So typically, if you guys are used to my Warframe content, what I'm going to be doing is just telling you how to do something, what it is, and everything like that. What I want to do today is talk about Warframe and why I think that Warframe is a real cash economy. So for those of you guys who don't know, a real cash economy means that it is a in-game economy or in-game currency, right? A real cash economy MMORPG or RPG or MMO, right? A real cash economy game would be a game where real cash is used to buy everything, and the currency in-game sort of has a real-life value to it, okay? So in Warframe, there's two currencies. There's credits. These are the things that you use to upgrade mods and create certain sets, buy certain blueprint parts, everything like that, right? Those are credits. Those are earned through playing the game and everything like that. But what I'm more interested in talking about and what I think qualifies Warframe as a real cash economy is platinum. So for those guys who don't know, platinum is this thing in Warframe. You can see right here, I've got 37. You can trade with other players for platinum in game and this is why I think it's a real cash economy. You can deposit a set amount of money and get a set amount of platinum. So platinum does have a real world equivalent. I'm not 100% sure what that value is. I'm not sure. I think like 100 platinum is worth a couple bucks or something like that. It's not a crazy expensive thing, right? So if you look it up, okay, so it looks like 75 platinum is worth a couple bucks, right? So basically 100 platinum might be like $3 or something like that, okay? So something like this is, you can put a real world value to it, right? This is a Protea collection. That's a new Warframe that just came out. You can buy it, 585 platinum, otherwise known as roughly $6-7, okay? Now if you go here, you can just buy the Protea Warframe for $325 or about $3.50 to $4. So platinum is what means that Warframe has a real cash economy. For those of you guys who aren't used to Warframe, this is very similar to another game that I play, and that's probably why you guys are here. It's called Entropia Universe. Entropia Universe is a real cash economy, and much like Warframe, it has these things called Project Entropia dollars that you use to buy, sell, and sort of do everything in-game. Everything's given an in-game value using PED, or Project Entropia dollars. And those dollars can be deposited for, or they can be withdrawn. Now, Warframe does have that deposit thing where you can deposit platinum to buy whatever you want, right? So you can use it to buy things like this. You can use it to buy extra slots for your Warframe. You can use it to decorate your ship. You can use it to do all sorts of cool things. But yeah, the basic thing here is that platinum has a real world value, and I think that is why Warframe is free to play. So this sort of ties into a few things. Generally with the real cash economy, because players are depositing for a monetary asset or for a monetary system in game, they're not paying a monthly subscription fee. So that's one of the reasons that Warframe is probably free. You're not paying to play Warframe, you're paying to get platinum that you can use to play Warframe. If you decide not to buy platinum, you can trade with other players for platinum. That's another thing I think that a real cash economy needs, right? You need to be able to use that currency that you have deposited for and trade it with other players. This means that someone who's willing to put in the time, is willing to put in the effort, can play completely free. They can get that real world currency by trading with other players. So, if you're new to Warframe, basically the way it works is if I want to get platinum and I don't want to deposit, I can look through, I can see all these various things. So I've got 53 Ethereum Cyan stars, maybe they're worth 1 platinum a piece. I could get 50 platinum this way. Maybe I don't have a use for them. There is a use for them, by the way, but maybe I don't want to keep these things and I can just trade them off to someone and get some platinum. Same with a lot of these different mods, and once you get to a higher level, there's greater and greater mods that you can get. There's prime sets, there's all sorts of things that you can put in all this time, right? Because everything in Warframe, you either buy it or you put the time in to get it. So I can sit here, I can play relics, right? And I can just go time and time and time again, playing all these relics and trying to get various things, right? That's sort of, how you play the game, right? You grind your way up. And if I don't want to grind, let's say I'm working a 9 to 10, right? I'm working, 13 hours a week, or 13 hours a day, which is some crazy hours. And I just want to come in and kick ass. I can instead decide that, hey, instead of coming in and just grinding, I want to get my favorite Warframe. So I'm willing to go over here and just pay a few platinum to get this dude. There's no reason why I picked this guy out specifically. Probably this would be a better one, but you know, it works like that, and that's one of the things. I think that's what makes Warframe a real cash economy. There's a currency in Warframe. You can trade with players to get items, so it's sort of like an auction system, like you have in Entropia Universe, and then using the game, right? You can use these items, play with them, do whatever you want, and the developers, instead of locking content, right? There's no planet in Warframe, there's no mission in Warframe that you've got to deposit to play. You can play all of these without ever putting any money into Warframe, or you can put a ton of money in and never leave Earth. There's some people that are just into making their Warframes look cool. You can see my Warframe, not too cool looking. It sort of reminds me of the dude from Dead Space. I sort of like that myself, but maybe I want to make it look cooler, right? I can go ahead, put in some money, and make my Warframe look cooler. It's the same with sort of everything in this game, right? A lot of the stuff, a lot of the cool things that are unlocked in this game, it comes down to, do you have enough platinum? Do you have enough platinum to have multiple Warframes in your collection? If you don't, put in some money, you can get some more platinum. Or play the game, find some things other players want, and trade it with them for platinum. And that is the real currency. Platinum is a real currency in game. Now, there are these things called credits, but that's not what you use to trade with players. What you use to trade with players is platinum, and I think that's a key element to a real cash economy. It's something that's assisted by the developers. There's no monthly fees or anything like that. It's a currency that has a sort of monetary backing. And in Warframe, there is a monetary backing. There's a maximum amount that you're going to have to pay for platinum, and that is whatever the developers set, meaning that platinum does have some sort of real-world value to it. I can look at an item and tell you how much it's worth based on the platinum. And unlike a lot of games where you just put in money, you get credits, and you can spend those credits, but there's no way to earn credit through playing the game. In Warframe, you can actually earn those credits by playing the game, meaning the platinum is something that trades players to players, which is what an economy is, right? It's a bunch of different people trading goods and services for money. And that's what's happening in this game. You're trading goods and services for platinum, which is money, which has a real world value to it. And I think that's very cool, because there's not a ton of games like this. You're slowly seeing more and more games that have some sort of system like this. For instance, Fortnite's 100% free to play, but since you can't really trade Fortnite skins or anything like that, it's not quite a real cash economy, right? But it is 100% free to play because you can get, well, you basically use real world dollars to get skins and all that, right? But I sort of like that. It's a cool system, and it did start with a lot of these games like Entropia Universe, but I think games like Warframe are the next generation. It's a completely free to play, sort of real feeling game. Like I think this is a AAA title, right? It's a AAA title that feels smooth, runs smooth. It has a loot 'em, shoot 'em type feeling to it. And there's no paywalls. There's no reason that you need to pay for anything if you're willing to put in the time. And if you're someone like me who works a busy day and sometimes just wants to try out some cool new stuff, you can put in a little money, get some platinum, and do it. And that's sort of cool. And I thought that was something that I should explain, because or talk about at least, because I've seen all these people who play Warframe, right? And they go into like mods and everything like that, but I thought it would be cool to just do a video like this where I actually talk about the game and some of the aspects that I find cool about it. And the real cash economy aspect is what I find sort of the most interesting to it, right? The fact that like platinum has some sort of real world value. Like I can tangibly see when I get a blueprint, like, oh, this is worth 100 platinum, and that's got a real world value to it. It's like $5, right? Like, oh, cool. I sort of like when I can do that, right? EVE Online's another game that has that aspect to it. It's just EVE Online's a little too monumental for me to take on, especially right now. Maybe if I ever like quit my job and have nothing to do for a couple years, I'll look into EVE. But for now, Warframe is definitely keeping me busy. But yeah, I don't know. I thought this would be a cool way to attempt sort of a video that's this style. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna cut in some gameplay and stuff like that, so I'm not just standing in my spaceship. But for the beginning part, I probably will be standing in my spaceship, because I sort of like when I show off the market and everything like that. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think about this style of video. So I do videos like this for a game called Entropia Universe, and I'd like to bring this style over to Warframe and maybe eventually Rust. But I really want to see what you guys think of it and go from there. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you think of this video. If you hated it, just let me know and I'll never do it again. And if you loved it, let me know, and maybe you'll see some videos like this in the future.